At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
Good morning and welcome for another episode of Crypto News. My name's Adam, the CEO at Vibra Finance. I wanted to get into some interesting news that came up the last couple days. I want to talk about the planner we got and just some interesting tidbits that have came around in the last 24, 48 hours. So if you're not following us on Twitter, Vibra Finance, follow us there. I swear I will be tweeting more and being more active. That is now a must. I realize how bad the algorithm is, and if you just post once, twice a day, it just doesn't get picked up. So going to be doing that much more. Also, this planner right here that Lindsay has been working so hard on. If it is on the website right now, vibrafinance.com. If you head over there, you can sign up right now, get a free copy of it. And it's awesome. I have it right here. And it's just looking through it. This is what we need to onboard new people into Hex, into crypto in general, just the right way. You know, we have an 8-step checklist, working your way through everything, and then getting into setting up your ledger. You're setting up your hardware wallets, setting up your Google 2-factor authentication. So doing this the right way, having steps the whole way, start to finish, getting you set up with Bitstamp exchange that's been here, been solid in Europe. The United States doesn't offer any interest staking. So just a safe way to be onboarded, keep all your passwords, everything in one place. And it seems like for new people, they're overwhelmed and with everything, the horror stories, it's just a simple way to get people through the process, and really excited to get everybody into it and get feedback on it. So vibrafinance.com, it's right on the homepage. We're doing, I believe there's 100 copies that are available for free. There's about 50 or so left. So should be open for another about week or so if you want to sign up for that. So super exciting. Then we're also going to be doing the referral link. So anyone that sells them will be getting 20%. So interesting. Can't wait for that. And just looking at this tweet from the other day just caught my attention. All the stuff we're hearing from Davos and the World Economic Forum. And meanwhile, you know, they all show up in their private jets from all around the world. You know, so this is how you fix climate change right here from the start. You know, you start with a private jet, fly to Switzerland, and, you know, it's so hypocritical, but that's the world we live in today. So just checking out Ultrasound Money. Really like this website. Just shows you Ethereum information, how much is burned, supply, gas, all that stuff. So since the merge, it's been 138 days. And there have been 4,554 ETH burned. So that's good to see. You know, constant deflationary pressure on the supply. And I like this too. If you come down, it gives you an estimate of the supply going out into the future, which is really cool. So it shows you here we're at the peak, and then kind of moving out the next couple of years, we're gonna slowly deflate. So I know there's some speculation that in March with the Shanghai fork that it might not go as planned, and everybody that has their staked ETH won't be able to take it out yet. I mean, I don't see why that's an issue. If you've been waiting almost 2 years to get your money out. What's another couple months? So I don't know if that's just fun or not. But checking out the bubbles, we had some nice pumps to start off January. I think it was one of the best Januaries ever for Bitcoin. You know, looking at the week, some decent winners, and it's interesting that if you've been paying attention, I've been talking a lot about Aptos, Radix, and Sui. How these three are kind of the next generation of cross-chain projects, and I'm invested in Radix XRD. Aptos, just I wish I bought it. I was talking to Lindsay about it when it was at $3, and just out of like principle, I did not want to buy it because it was just straight VC backed, Facebook, all the people you don't want to see. But that's the problem when when you're investing emotionally, or you're whatever, you have some preconceived notion about something. That's the stupid mistakes you make. You know, I was looking at this at $354, and look at that's almost a 5.5x to the top, and it's still 4.5x up. So that just me not wanting to support Facebook VC projects. Look at the gains that I left on the table that I could have taken out and put into Quant, put into XLM, put into Hex. You know, so many other projects that I like more. And those are the mistakes that are so common, that people invest with their emotions, not to make money. And we're here to make money, right? This is a long-term make money game. But when the bear market and nothing's happening and there's opportunities, you have to take advantage of them. There's not very many pumps that come in a bear market. So to catch them is critical, you know. So Aptos, Radix, and Sui. You know, Sui's not on here, but that's one that I would keep an eye on. I think that's obviously that's why their test net is out right now. So that's actually one that I am on the test net. So I have so much going on that for airdrops this year, Sui, that if you just get on the test net and get on their Twitter page, 20% of the supply is going to people who early supporters, community supporters, stuff like that. So that's going to be one of the biggest airdrops of 2023. And if you haven't heard of it, you know, look into it. It's going to be big. You know, let me see if I can find it on Twitter. I hate this. All right, let's see. So using this stupid mouse here, it sucks. I got to get a better setup. Sui Crypto. Let me see. Sui Network. All right, here we go. Okay. So not following them. This is it right here. Sui Network. Testnet Wave 2 right here was announced like a couple days ago. So this is how you're going to qualify for the airdrop. And just look at what their competition has done. You know, Radix is one that I heard about in early 2021, and I bought in at like 8 cents. I've held ever since. I'm absolutely wrecked on this bag. You know, I bought in. Well, when we go back, it was actually, wow, time flies. It was last year that I bought into it, but I had heard about it in early 2021 from a friend that I was talking to on Telegram. And when you have people, I've actually never met this person, but his family is big into real estate. They're developers down in Louisiana, down south. And when you talk with people like that and they tell you about projects that they really like, they have their eye on, you know, I just listen. And when you have people like that you're talking to, that are relaying projects to you, you know, it's key to listen. So I found Radix super early, was looking at it before it became a thing. And now it's a couple of years later, you know, Radix and Aptos and then Sui, when they come out, are going to be the next generation of crypto. So, you know, jump on here, get on the test net. It's going to qualify you for the airdrop. And hold on. All right, sorry about that. Having some pet issues. When dogs get old, they get a little senile and start walking around in circles. So sorry about that. So I didn't know where the hell I was. So Sui, that's yeah. Get on the test net. It's going to qualify you for the airdrop. It's going to be massive. I'm telling you right now, this is financial advice. Get on the test net, get involved in the community, and qualify yourself for the airdrop. 20% of the supply of this coin is going to people that use the test net. So you know, this is something instead of waiting for Pulse Chain or whatever, get on this test net and get yourself an airdrop. If it's not too late, get in the Discord. That's stuff you can do to get involved in the community. So on to some news here. This was a funny article that ChatGPT learns Bitcoin will end central banking and fiat currency, which is pretty funny. Bitcoin enthusiast orange pilled ChatGPT, and now they're telling him that Bitcoin is the key to ending central banks and freeing the people. It was just really funny to see, that ChatGPT had no clue what Bitcoin was, but after teaching him about it, allegedly the machine AI ChatGPT is now a Bitcoiner, which is pretty hilarious. Moving on. This fucking house piece of shit. Argentina, the pesos losing 12% against the dollar in 1 month. This is the effects that central banks have around the world. When Jerome Powell's and the Fed are increasing rates and the dollar is gaining value, it's crushing currencies around the world. And it's only going to be a matter of time before these countries fight back and say, we're done with this. You're starting to see it now with the petrodollar and the Middle East. That slowly our control over the entire world, that the clampdown we had is slowly easing up. And you're not going to see it on the news anywhere that the petrodollar, Saudi Arabia, it's buried. And you're starting to see it in South America right here. The Argentino peso keeps falling. This is where a new system is born. The problem is created, and then a solution is already ready and ready to be brought in to save the problem. So, this is just another key that shows me we're headed digital, that tokenizing, digitizing everything is the only way out of this mess, or some kind of revaluation of gold, but I don't see that coming. That was some stuff that we had talked about a couple months ago, but the more I see gold revaluate, I don't see that happening. I could see a gold backed stable coin or something like that, but this can't sustain, and this is exactly Bitcoin and Ethereum prices fall as market braces for more Fed hikes. And this is the entire world is going to suffer if the higher we raise interest rates tomorrow. So we're expecting a quarter point. That I think it's 99% certainty that's going to happen. But if Jerome Powell comes and says we just need a 50% rate hike and this is it, and then we can have a soft landing, I mean, the markets will be in straight up turmoil. And I wouldn't be surprised. That could be the final nail in the coffin, that black swan event that drives us back down under 20K, makes everybody think this was a fake out, gets everybody bearish again, and then we repeat another March with the January where we another green month, and just that up down chopping, getting max pain. That's what the market delivers. So we'll see what Jerome says tomorrow. But Bitcoin's and ETH down a little bit today. Obviously the rest of the market is, but this was expected, right? We pumped up to almost 25K, 24 ish. I mean, this is a healthy retracement. If we kept pumping, it would not be good. We would not want to see that. So the fact that this is a healthy retracement, let all the FUD come out. I think I'm bullish as hell on all of crypto. Partnerships just keep coming. Polygon, this article just talks about how they are getting all these partnerships from Nike to Starbucks, NFTs, Adidas, just major brands working on Polygon and talking about how the ZK rollups are going to increase speed, efficiency. So Polygon's here to stay. We found Matic at under a penny, same price as Hex. We got Hex and Matic in our Discord, and was one of the best performing coins of 2020. I sold it at a 50x, a 75x, and all the rest of my bag at 100x. And little did I know, I left 200 more X's on the table. And that was just, that was my first real cycle being in crypto, and you learn from your mistakes, right? So now Polygon, I rebought the dip, and I'm holding it in my iTrust Capital long-term IRA, and I'm never selling it. Polygon's a coin I will hold for a long time, at least 10 years, I would say, along with XRP, XLM, Ethereum, Avalanche, Solana, all of the top 50 coins that are available on iTrust. I basically just pick the best 15 and average into them. And then also another partnership with Polygon, MasterCard. This is huge. MasterCard to launch Web3 Musician Accelerator Program. That whole musician theme. That's why I like Tune FM on Hedera. That's why I love Veracity. That's why I like Lunar Crush. All of these new Web3 platforms that are getting us away from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, the stuff that we use now. That's the future, and it's all starting. This is where things are developed in the bear market, right? This is when the projects that are going to be here in the future are building what they need to sustain. And just a partnership like this, Polygon, MasterCard, and MasterCard is also launching NFTs with their MasterCard Music Pass for those who aren't selected for the program. So Ticketmaster, all of that is all NFTs are coming for everything. So, we'll see where this leads, but the future is bright in crypto. Doge and Elon. This is another interesting article where I think eventually there's going to be orange check marks on Twitter. Instead of having the blue check marks, they're going to be orange, I think. And Dogecoin's somehow going to be integrated. We're seeing that Elon is adding a payments product on top of Twitter, and then crypto is going to come. He's so careful with the way he words things, but I just can't see the way he thinks, the way he acts, that he wouldn't want Dogecoin at the heart of this. And obviously he can't say it because, he's gonna, same thing with Richard. When he says something, the price can swing so drastically. I think he needs to be careful, especially now being the face of Twitter. But look out for that. Doge is another coin I have in iTrust Capital. I think I'm like $1,000 worth, but I think it's too risky to not have some if you can afford it than to say, Dogecoin, it's a shit coin, has no utility. That's low IQ, stupid thinking. And I don't think like that anymore. I used to. And that thinking was what got me not buying Aptos. And how stupid of a mistake was that? Looking at this, buying it at $4, even if I'd waited, or $5 and said, what, screw it. It would have been a 3.5, 4x in the middle of a bear market. And now that could have been put into buying this dip on near, and then staking that for 11%, buying some H-bar, saucer swap. There's so many projects I'm bullish on, even Algorand. You haven't heard a peep from Algorand. Look at it, down 75% on the year. But I'm so bullish on Algorand long term. Hold that in iTrust, a big bag of that. So patience is the key. Right now stuff's building. There's not money coming in. It's on the sidelines, and this is going to be interesting in a couple days to see. It was a huge conspiracy. Who put up the $250 million to bail out SBF? And now after a FOIL request or something, judges are saying February 7th could be the date that we get to hear who was behind SBF's bond. That is hilarious. A slew of media companies, Wall Street Journal and CoinDesk, filed suit to get the court to release the identity, saying the public interest in this matter cannot be overstated. So I guess the judge agreed with it, and we will be able to see who's pulling some strings. And this was also funny, too, that FTX Sister firm Alameda hits bankrupt Voyager with $446 million lawsuit. I mean, this is as petty as it gets. If you read this, Alameda's filed a new lawsuit seeking to recover $445.8 million from bankrupt crypto broker Voyager. The latest lawsuit filed on behalf of Alameda relates to loans Voyager made to Alameda before the crypto broker's bankruptcy. Voyager demanded repayment of all outstanding loans to Alameda, which fully repaid the loans, and now they are suing them, so, which is hilarious. The document say that the bankrupt crypto's lender's business model was that of a feeder fund. It solicited retail investors and invested their money with little or no due diligence into crypto. It's just so funny. So Voyager lent Alameda hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Alameda paid them $249 million in September, $195 in October, and another $3.2 in August. And now FTX is saying that these are recoverable because of some bankruptcy laws, which is hilarious. You took a loan from a company and repaid it, and because they went under, you think you have a right to your money back? It's absolutely asinine to me. So, I mean, this whole thing, something just does not feel right. From the 200 shell companies that SBF had, that he was funneling money from Alameda into these companies, 200 of them he owned. Obviously through shell companies, through other things, but it's just like, how's that possible? You know, while he's playing video games and just acting like a clown, he's just behind the scenes doing all this stuff. It just doesn't feel right. So interesting to see where this goes, if we'll ever even know. But last thing for today, HBAR's DeFi presence is the key to its resurgence. And I agree with that. You know, looking at the TVL, how much money is locked up on here. You know, Hedera just launched last summer, you know, in the middle of the bear market. And I think at one point they passed Cardano in TVL, which is insane. You know, that really makes me bullish on Hedera. And, you know, with Hedera, okay, so transactions are massively up right here, or daily active users, while transactions are down. You know, that's huge to see. And to Atma.io going live, thousands of transactions are now running on their blockchain. And I'll try to see if I can find it. But they had an unbelievable demonstration at Davos with their new product. Let's see if I can find it. And they basically were showing a bag of coffee, and from its beginning to end through its whole supply chain, all the transactions. And it was really interesting. I think it was like 50 or 75 transactions for one product. And now imagine every product on shelves of retail. You know, it's going to be millions of transactions that these DLTs are going to be processing. Let's see. The Davos day 3. I can't find it, but I'll find it for one of the next streams. It was really, really cool. You know, they showing the app, how it worked. And I just know it's the future. You know, you can just tell that this, here we go. So basically you pull up the product on the phone, and it runs you through from start to finish, where the product was made, where it was packaged. I mean, everything you want to see on there. And it's the future. It's going to prevent theft. I know Mobius, shout out to you, posting that thing about Lowe's, how they're putting RFID chips in all power tools because theft is so bad. So you're going to be able to go to Lowe's. If you steal a power tool in the future, it's not going to work. When you go and check out, that's going to activate the RFID chip inside of it, which will enable the drill, the tool, whatever to work. So you're not even gonna be able to steal stuff in the future and have it work, which I don't think there's gonna be a massive black market. You know, you're gonna go to the corner with some hot items, and they're gonna be able to take down the RFID chips or something. You know, I'm messing around. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it's a lot more secure. You know, you can have all these expensive products on your shelves and no one can steal them because they're worthless. So you don't need security for it. And I think it was like 26% or something. The theft of power tools was up, which is insane. And that'll be a huge catalyst for them saving money, and just the use case for Hedera and all these companies, that are partnered with VeChain, like Coca-Cola, BMW. So much is going to start happening in the next year or two, right in front of our eyes. All the stuff we talked about over the last couple of years. I remember talking about DeFi coming to Hedera and how cool that sounded, and now Saucer Swap has been out for almost 6 months now, and staking on here 15%. I have my entire bag on here locked up. Gotta love it, right? There's nothing that beats delaying gratification, staking, earning more coins. This is the Uniswap of Hedera. And if you believe in DeFi and everything that's happened with Voyager, Celsius, Three Arrows, FTX, SoFi, across the board, Gemini, their earn prod, Genesis earn, all my Filecoin is gone because I was lazy and wanted 7%. And this is the difference when staking on a decentralized exchange, decentralized app, decentralized protocol. You are in charge of your crypto. Nobody can come and say, oh, yeah, no, they went under, your money's gone. You are in charge of that. So that's why I think, Uniswap is already, ever since FTX went down, their volume is up to almost $1 billion a day. They're number 2 in the world in volume. So that just shows you DeFi is the future. And all of the DEXs on all of the layer ones are going to, I think, print massive returns. So, this is ground floor. That we're at rock bottom. Sauce is at like 3 cents or something like that right now. And the market cap is $10 million. So this is the time to buy when no one else is. Let's check out Saucer Swap here. All-time price. So look at that chart from when it launched. This is fair, right? There was no massive pumps, no massive dumps. I got into the pre-sale and I doubled up my money. I got like 75,000 sauce. I sold 30 of them to recoup my initial investment. And now I have like 40 or 43,000, whatever it is, staked. Why the fuck does this keep doing this? Sorry, hold on 1 second. This shit is so annoying. Every time I'm trying to click up there, this damn tab keeps popping up. There we go. So TVL, $4 million locked up, which is almost 70% of the supply of sauce is staked. The liquidity pools, you make a ton of money if you know what you're doing. I was doing double-sided with sauce and HBAR, which is a mistake. And now I believe I'm going to get up with Facing Reality and do some sauce USD staking. The rewards are crazy on here for farming. Let's see. So sauce USDC is 55% and then 70% for the LP pool. So I'm going to do that in the next week, make some money, liquidity providing, got to get some stable coins. And that's the thing. If I had not just been stupid and with emotion, I'm not investing in Aptos out of principle. Well, that was stupid. I could have made a 400, 500% gain on Aptos. I was down here watching Ivan's stream about Radix and Sui and Aptos. It was right around the end of December. And I didn't pull the trigger. And look at that 5X missed out on. And I could have taken that. If I put $1,000 into it, would have made $5,000. I could have taken that all out and put it into more Saucer Swap and bought, $5,000 in stable coins. And I could have provided liquidity and bought another $1,000 of sauce and then had $2,500 of each to put into liquidity pools. But instead, I got emotional and said, I'm not doing that out of principle. I hate Facebook, rah, rah, rah. And look where that got me. Looking and regretting that pump. So don't be emotional. We're in this to make money. I'm not gonna hate on any bags, even Luna Classic. Shout out Rags for putting me on, even though I'm down 100% on the year, still bullish, still just FOMOing into Luna, not left and right. I can't stop. Every dollar I get, all the interest I'm scraping off every coin, just getting swapped right into Luna. Right up from Atomic Wallet. Shout out them. You can swap for Luna Classic right in there, and you can be down 100% on the year as well. So, I mean, I think we could go back to $100. We're at 0.0001. I think we could do it. Back to all-time highs. What's that? $1 billion X. I think it's worth degenning into, selling everything, going all into Luna, chasing that $1 billion X. But I'm just joking. Don't buy Luna. I do not own any Luna. FYI, never have and never will. But yeah, love Saucer Swap. DeFi on Hedera is going to be the key to its resurgence. There's so many cool projects building in Hashpack, the Hedera arcade, where you can go and put gamble H-bar on roulette. There's some other card games, kind of like the Pulse Pot, where you can just come in, bet a couple hundred H-bar on a roulette spin and leave. And it's just cool. That's the kind of degen activity that you saw in Binance. They're pulling it over to H-bar, to XRP, these other ledgers that I think are going to surprise people in the future. Saucer Swap has not let me down one bit. I found it in March last year. It launched in August. And from the pre-sale to launch, I made a double on my money. It was like $2,000 for the NFTs. I pulled out my $2,000 and I have like 1,500 left after this dip. So it was like 3,500 when it launched, around 5.5 cents. So everything was fair. Everything's community vote, community driven. All the new projects that are coming on Saucer Swap, we vote as NFT holders, as OGs in the community. We get to vote if we want to see this new project on here. And if it doesn't get voted in, they put a massive flag up here. They star it, so you can see all of the projects that are legitimate, that have been vetted by the community, and then ones like Gravel right here that have not been. And when you go to swap for them, they'll warn you that this coin has not been vetted by the community. And I really like that. You don't get that warning really anywhere else on dexes that I've seen. So kind of just prevents people from buying the wrong coin, potentially, double thinking a stupid purchase. But it's what I like to see. This is the future. Hello, future is Hedera's little slogan. I'm bullish as heck on Hedera. And then even the staking, on Stater Labs, 8.5%. You're not going to get that anywhere else. I think it's 6.5% everywhere else. So you can get an extra 2 points if you know about Stater Labs. And these are the little things that separate you from the rest of the herd. If you can find these opportunities and find them early, that's the key. So, Sui, that's the one that play on the test net. You will potentially get an airdrop if you're not too late. 20% of the coins are going to the test net users, early adopters, people in the Discord. So I know for sure I'm not missing out on the next Aptos. I already did that. I own Radix, super bullish on Radix moving forward. Obviously, we've dipped, we've came back down, but that was as expected. But I really like what these guys are doing. And it's going to be between these three, Sui, Radix, and Aptos. Who comes out on top? I don't know. So I want exposure to, I already missed Aptos clearly. I'm not buying in at $18 when it was at $3. So I missed that ship. So now I own Radix. And Sui is an opportunity here to get a free airdrop just from using the test net. And it launched 5-6 days ago. So less than a week. So I don't think you're too late if you get in now. But I would do it before, February 1st, tomorrow. That could be a potential deadline. Anyone that used the test nets before February 1st, if it stretches out until March, it could be the end of February. You don't know. So just being in it, you got to be in it to win it, baby. So jump on that test net, potentially get yourself airdrop. I see Famous here is following them, so he knows what's up then. Get ready for the tsunami. I totally agree. build without boundaries, a layer 1 for the next billion users. Love it. So that's all I got today. You know, quick news recap, ramble video. And Lindsay is streaming at 10 o'clock on Brittany Bits' channel. We will be restreaming it, I believe, here. If not, check it out on Brittany's channel, and we'll have the restream on here at some point. But that is all I got. Mobius, what up? Appreciate the support. It was really funny that there was 0 people watching for the entire time. And the one watcher now, Mobius, you are a legend.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance, we are the future of crypto.